expanded from just male lifters with a spinal cord injury to include athletes with physical impairments that affect their lower limbs or hips, or athletes with short stature. Female powerlifters made their Paralympic debut in 2000. Powerlifting is the ultimate test of upper body strength, and you'll often see athletes lifting more than 3 times their own body weight. Powerlifters are split into 10 different categories based on body weight for each gender. Powerlifting consists of one discipline, a bench press. Unlike the able-bodied sport where athletes use their feet on the floor to assist the bench press, Paralympic athletes lie totally flat on a completely different style of bench. Each competitor has 2 minutes to complete their attempt. When the lifter has the bar under full control, they must wait until they receive the command, start. Then they have to lower the bar in a controlled manner and definitively stop it on the chest. Next, they press it upwards, lock out both elbows simultaneously and hold the bar under control until the referees command to wrap. At least 2 white lights are required from 3 referees for a good lift. A red light indicates a bad lift. Athletes have 3 attempts and the winner is the athlete that lifts the heaviest weight. In the 3rd round, 2 weight changes are permitted. The weight change can be higher or lower. No changes are allowed if the lifter has already been called to the platform by the speaker and or if the bar has already been loaded. To attempt a new record, it must exceed the previous one set by a minimum of 0.5 kilograms. Where a world record is broken during the actual 3 lifts of competition, the 0.5 kilograms does not count towards the competition total but is rounded down to the full kilogram. The jury may allow a 4th attempt for a world record. This adds suspense to the competition, as a lifter could break the world record but may not win gold. Powerlifting offers a tense and dramatic spectacle where coaches have to be good strategists as their athletes battle to outlift their rivals.
Representing Republic of Korea, Shin Young-gi. Representing RPC, Larissa Marieva. Representing Great Britain, Charlotte McGuinness. Representing Brazil, Maria Santos de Oliveira. And representing Kazakhstan, Gulim Kurmanbayeva. These are the athletes in the Group B session. First attempt, 3 minutes and a half.
Some promising names then coming up. It's Group B of the women's up to 50 kg final at Tbilisi 2021, the World Powerlifting Championships.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Are you ready for para-powerlifting? The bar is 73 kilos. First attempt.
Shin Yun-ki of Korea, first to go, lifetime best of 73. That at the Asian Games in Incheon, November 2014. Finished 5th in that. She was actually injured for 4 years. It's only her 4th World Championship appearance, and I say only 4th because her debut was back in 2002 in Kuala Lumpur. 15th in Nur Sultan 2 years ago, a previous one before that, 2010. 5th in the Asian Games, 2014, no mark in her last Paralympics appearance, which was London 2012. The last Paralympics in which she got a mark was Athens. Finished 8th in that. Her husband, Cho Soon-nam, powerlifter in Athens and well. 2004. We've seen her at the Asia Oceania Championships as well. She was 7th in that in Kitakyushu in 2018. So a chance to do some business out of Group B, potentially starting off at 73. Her original target was 80. So maybe she's seen what's gone on before and said, let's go a bit lower, do something a bit more manageable. This to go 2nd overall. I'm afraid not 2 and against. So Shin Yun-ki doesn't have success. 2 and against.
Spotter loaders, please. 76 kilos. Rack height 8.
That's 5 out of 25 successful lifts that we have seen. It wasn't that far away, to be frank. Next up, here's a big name, Laura Herrera Gabriel of Mexico. Well, what hasn't she won? World Championship silver and bronze, Paralympic bronze, Pan Am gold, America's gold. And she's also won European Open gold, that was back in 2001. Asian Open Championship gold, 2007. Paralympics bronze, Beijing 08, Athens 04, Sydney 2000, first World Championship medal 2002, her first World Championship 98, silver in 02 by the way, did that again in 06, Kuala Lumpur and Busan, her first World Champs Dubai 23 years ago, La Reina Zapotec. She too had a spell of about 3 years, mainly injured, 14 to 2017, Mexico City based. Those World Championships there in 2017 didn't see her register a mark on 40. That's been the story in her last 2 World Championships, her last 2 Paralympic Games. For the last 5 Global Championships she hasn't registered a mark, and the one she did, she won bronze in it. Worlds 2014 in Dubai. So she still got it. 35 seconds to go, still a bit of setting up to do. Down to 20 seconds now.
No lift.
2-1 against, and that was the press sequence. Well. She'd gone for 76 in that instead of 78, which was her original target.
orders, please. 77 kilos.
Oh, it's not been their day yet.
3.
Quite remarkable.
Thank you. The bar is ready.
The interesting thing is that we've a whole
Attempt 1, Charlotte McGinnis.
line of lifters who, having seen what happened in Group C, have come way down in their estimation of what they should go for in this group. So Charlotte McGinnis of Great Britain, the silver medalist in the World Juniors in Tbilisi on Saturday, was going for 84, now 177. Manchester World Cup, bronze this year, 4th last year. Lead student from Harrogate, Uwe Harrogate. There's advertising for a sports channel you didn't need. So Charlotte McGinnis on the way at 77.
Good lift.
Ah, yes,
McGinnis,
that's it, 2 to 1.
77 kilos.
She does what she needed to do.
Spotter loader 77, same
Good
weight.
news, did
This
well,
time
did
around
very
at
well.
16.
Very, very fruitful. Well, she did right. Went much lower than she first anticipated. Had to be careful. Emanuela Romano now, her major championship debut. 31 years old for Italy.
Emanuela Romano.
Turned 31 the opening weekend of the Olympic Games in Tokyo, and prospects of getting in among the leading lights here. Charlotte McGinnis leads for Great Britain at 77, and this will be the lead for Romano if she gets it on the head-to-head. Body weight lighter by 400 grams. There's a few Italians in the house.
1 minute.
Well, this to put her in front. Out of 27 lifts, only 6 have been given the all clear. I want to say the all clear, only 2 of those 27 have had all the referees satisfied with what they'd seen. So Romano, 77, and that would put her in front,
No
and
lift.
it doesn't.
Romano.
2 against, and it's the equal measure, the chest sequence and the press sequence.
Spotter loaders, please. 79 kilos, rack 11.
So, still no joy for the majority of this field. We've had 4 lifts in this group and only 1 successful so far for McGinnis. And it was from here on in that the referees, well, she lost them. Maria
The bar is ready at 79
Lucired
kilos.
Santos de Oliveira, or Maria Oliveira,
Maria Santos de Oliveira.
the reigning Americas and Pan Am champion. Americas from Bogota, the Pan Am from Lima, 4th in the European Open Championships in Bergsamere 3 years ago. Won the Rio World Cup. That was a big break for her, as the big Paralympics test event in 2016, and then did the same in Eger in Hungary the following year. Only one Paralympics to her name, and that was in 2008 in Beijing. She finished 5th in that, 7th in the last World Championships in Mexico City 4 years ago. Former swimmer, based in Natal up north. Her coach is Carlos Williams. He's been busy. So this again for the lead for 79. Lifetime best is 91. It's gettable. It was raised pretty quickly. No, it's not good. Press sequence all 3 saying they didn't like it. And the beat goes on. She's 47 now, and wasn't given that. But she's reigning champ of the Americas, so potential for the Americas Championship next year in Missouri and the Pan Ams in 2023, which I'm thinking is in Santiago. Sakina Khatun of India up next, aiming for 93, her lifetime best. That's what she set in Tokyo in August in her first Paralympic Games. Silver in the Asia, Oceania and Asian Games last time out. Commonwealth Games bronze, that was in 2014 in Glasgow. The first Indian powerlifter to win a medal at a Commonwealth Games, and obviously yesterday they've had their first ever World Powerlifting Championships medalist, full stop. Also a silver for her at the 2015 Asian Championships in Almaty. It's her 5th World Championships. Her 5th global event, 3 World Championships. This is her 4th throw in the Paralympic Games as well, where she finished in 5th place. Our target here is 80. This for the lead. So has she done enough with that? Yes, she has. 2-1 in her favour, and we have a new leader. That was at 80. She's one of only 2. Actually, now one of only 1 to stick to her original tally that she had put in 2 hours ago. And she got it. That's good.
The bar is ready.
Larissa Berieva of the RPC. 81, a lifetime best that was set at the last Worlds in Nur Sultan 2 years ago. She finished 8th in that. European bronze medalist 2013 in Alexin in Russia. Eger World Cup winner in Hungary in 2019. You might remember her sister Keda Berieva, bronze in the Worlds in 2014. That's been the best result for the family yet. She passed a PE in sports degree in the Siberian State University. This is for 82 for the RPC. For the lead. How was that? Press. 2-1 against, 1 on the chest, 1 on the press. Two referees who voted against that. Middle referee was satisfied.
Spotter loaders, rack height 2, weight 87 kilos.
So she's had no success either. So that's 2 out of 7 in this group. 7 out of 31 in the whole competition have been successful. Gulim Kamanbayeva of Kazakhstan. The Dubai World Cup, her lifetime best this year of 85 kg.
Is ready, Kazakhstan.
11th in the last World Championships. 2 years ago, she's been really successful on the World Cup circuit. Gold in Manchester last year, bronze in the follow-up this year, silver in that Dubai World Cup this year in the Sports Centre for Athletes of Determination by the airport. Her coach is Sergei Bedyushkin. She's with the, well, it's either the RIDK Sports Club or the RIDK Sports Club. I've never been there. Started in her home city of Aktobe in 2014, which was the capital once, and then it went to Almaty, and then it went to Astana, and then they renamed it Nur Sultan. .87 to take the lead, which would be a new lifetime best by 7 kilos. Wasn't quite able to qualify for the Paralympic Games, has qualified for these Worlds again, trying to aim for the top 10, trying to get into the lead here, and she has! Whiteout, 3 out of 3.
This concludes the first round of the
That'll do. So we've had 3 successful lifts out of 8, and that is the most successful round that we've had out of the 4 to date in this competition. Gulam Karambayeva, our new leader on 87 for Kazakhstan. Sakina Khatun of India in second on 80. Charlotte McGuinness third for Great Britain on 77. Myra Hernandez lying in fourth for Mexico. Kamal Pankrarapet for Thailand in fifth. Kaya Shawl of Australia in sixth.
The bar is loaded to 73 kilos. Representing Republic of Korea, Shin Yun-ki.
And it's happening all over again. Shin Yun-ki of Korea, aiming for 73 to go fifth. It would match a lifetime best. She's going for 73 again. All those who have missed are going for the same tally again. First major competition 19 years ago. She's 53 now. It's a sport with a lot of durability. Even though she had 4 years out with injury, pretty much. Her return very, very welcome. She's not been in a Paralympic Games for 9 years. It's only her second World Championship since 2010, only her third since 2002. At the very, very highest level she's been in and out, but still been competing regularly. Shin Yun-ki, 20 seconds to go, had to move it on a bit there. This to get on the board and get high into fifth place, and it's no lift, and all of them, all 3 referees saying it was the chest sequence and the press sequence that they didn't go for. None from 2. It was 2-1 against last time. This was a strikeout, as they're terming it now. Just didn't get it right. think she kind of knew, really. Next up in the wings, it is Lara Serrero for Mexico.
The bar is ready, representing Mexico. Second attempt.
Going again at 76.
Lara Serrero.
98 is a lifetime best in his storied career. Four World Championship medals, 2 of them silver, 2 bronze, 3 Paralympic bronzes from each of the Paralympic Games in the noughties. European Open in '99, the silver. She won the title in 2001. Pan Am champ in 03, 07, 11. America's champ as well down the line. She's done it all, more or less, and still doing it all. 76 this to go, 4th. Clock running down a bit again. Can't mask that. Down to 12. Now she's got it going. Will it be a successful one at 76 for Serrero to go into 4th place?
No lift.
I'm afraid it is not. 2 and against, press sequence for both with a threat now of a wipeout coming for the fabulously successful Mexican international.
Spotter loaders, please. 77.
And again, there was 2 and against.
16.
It's one of those days. So next up, it's a major championship debutante, Manuela Romano for Italy, and a chance to go 3rd, aiming for 77, which would be a new lifetime best.
Thank you, the bar is loaded.
She's not been on the international circuits.
Italy, Emanuela Romano.
She is now. She's been a good swimmer in the past. World champion 2013 in Montreal. Health problems then hit. From Napoli, within a few years of making her international debut for Italy, she was a world champion in swimming. So can it happen again in this game? So at 77, no joy at all, and all of them going against her on the press sequence, I'm afraid.
Spotter loaders, rack height 11, weight 79 kilos.
Well, they all saw the same thing, and they all said that it was not to their taste.
The bar is loaded. Brazil.
On we go.
Santos de Oliveira.
Maria Lucineide Santos de Oliveira, the reigning Americas and Pan Am champion. Very successful in the World Cup circuit, and like Romano, a former swimmer in her own rights. So going for 79, that would put her into the bronze medal position. She's one of those who's suffered from being voted down in the opening round, as 5 of the 8 here were. And if you think about it, the 16 lifters that we've seen to date, only 3 out of those 16 were given the thumbs up in the opening round. She let the clock run down a bit there.
Good lift.
It was worth it. Into the bronze medal position for Maria Santos de Oliveira, and she goes into a podium position for now.
Spotter loaders, 80 kilos please. Rack height 3.
Good news. Well, she's waited for that a long time, and it's come off.
The bar is loaded, 80 kilos. Great Britain, Charlotte McGuinness, second attempt.
So Charlotte McGuinness, the junior world championship silver medalist. This to put her third now that she's been knocked down a place by Romano. She's down in fourth at the moment, going for 80 here. Scored 77. Well, she's had a busy few days of competition too. The first 3 days here she's been very, very active. She'll be heading home to Harrogate with
1 minute.
a World Championship silver medal. She went as high as 80, this mark, to win that world silver, so this would match her lifetime best set 2 days ago, and that is what she has done. 2 out of 3 for Charlotte McGuinness, and she goes into the top 3 again. Well, that was great, and for her, worth waiting for. She's the only one in this group to succeed with the first 2 attempts, and that was just superb.
The bar is ready with 82 kilos. representing RPC, second attempt, Larissa.
So now another go at 82 for Larissa Bereyeva for the RPC. And a former European bronze medalist, but the last European Championship she competed in was in Eger in Hungary in 2015. She's missed the 2018 one. So here she goes, Bereyeva. Chance to go second, currently not on the table at all. We've seen 16 competitors and 9 have not yet registered a mark, and for most of those they're not going to. But Bereyeva can change her fate here. Second go at 82. 2-1 against, and the press sequence again, it's both the referees watching from an angle straight on. From the back it looked right, but no success. For India, Sakina Khatun going for 85, having cleared 80 in the previous round. 89 is a lifetime best, so she's still a bit under that. She's not going to move position at all, won't overtake Kurmanbayeva of Kazakhstan, who we'll see after this.
Khatun placed 5th in Tokyo. She is a bronze medal from the Commonwealth Games, though, in Glasgow, Scotland, 2014.
You weren't expecting that, were you? Khatun will stay in the silver medal position, and still Group A to come in about an hour's time. Made gradual progress in the way up.
No lift.
Not enough though. That press they all went against. And actually, a bit of body sequence issue as well from one of the referees. That's one of the first we've seen this week, and well, I wonder if she wants to go any higher. What does that signal mean? That she doesn't want to go higher, or that she doesn't want to lift again? We'll see. She does have a mark on the board. But was voted down there.
The bar is loaded to 91 kilos.
So, our leader for Kazakhstan, it is Gulim Kurmanbayeva. Cleared 87 in the opening round, all three. This is for 91 for Kurmanbayeva. 11th of the last World Championships.
2 years ago, 2019.
Well, this to add an extra 4 to her lead. She's up by 7 at the moment. This would be 11 kilos that she'd have the advantage in. It's only been 4 successes so far. 4 athletes who've been successful out of the 8s. And only Charlotte McGuinness has been able to lift successfully twice in this group, like Kaya Scholl in Group C. Scholl being 7th at the moment. Depends how the rest do, but even in Group C, Hernandez, Karapret, Scholl could actually finish top 10 maybe. Let's see how she's done there. I think there was a lot of trouble at the top. and the body sequence was all at sea. She's been marked down by everyone. And never mind the press sequence, it was the bar control and the body sequence that was swaying in the breeze a bit.
Sakina Khatun of India has retired from the remainder.
Khatun has gone, by the way. That's what that signal was about. Thought it might have been something like that. Come and be Ava leads then on 87 for Kazakhstan. Khatun in second place at 80, and that's all she wrote. McGuinness in the bronze medal position for Great Britain on 80. Ria Oliveira fourth for Brazil on 79. Mera Hernandez for Mexico on 75. Kamalpan Karapet for Thailand sixth on 73, and Kaya Scholl for Australia still up there in seventh place on 68 kgs. We go into the final round of Group B.
Shin's husband also has competed internationally in parapower.
Trying to avoid a wipeout. So we've had 40 lifts and only 10 have been called good. As one competitor told me the first time I worked at this at the World Championships in 2014, well, actually it was a great guessing game. So asking me why there were so many fouls called, and at the end everybody said, well, you know, it's strict and everybody's got an impairment. I said, why do you think there are so many fouls? Okay. So this to get on the board and to leap up out of nowhere into sixth, because it's been that kind of day. Shin Yun-ki for Korea. She stayed at 73 all the way. Actually, most of them who have missed out and who are trying to avoid being wiped out have decided to be conservative and stay on their mark. Not try and go sniff around for anything bigger. That's not bad. Oh, it is bad, sorry. It is. No lift. All going against her in the chest sequence. I was just paying attention to the last bit. That was good. Nobody faulted that. But Shin Yun-ki has been wiped out, I'm afraid. 3 goes at 73. And it was a strikeout for her on that lift and the previous one. 2-1 against her on the first. And she has suffered a wipeout. No mark for Shin. A fate that Laura Serrera is trying to avoid as well, and all the success she's had in her career, she's also going for 76 just to make sure. That's what she's missed twice previously. Doesn't want to take that risk either.
Including having 3 bronze medals from Sydney 2000, Athens 2004, Beijing 2008.
Not currently on the board. This would put her 5th if she can get the 76. She's obviously had a storied and successful career, but the fact that she's decided not to go any higher than this, despite the fact her lifetime best is 22 kilos higher, kind of shows the tough afternoon everyone's had. It's just hit 5 p.m. in Tbilisi. Only 3 successful lifts in round 1 here, and only 2 in round 2. It was round 3 when it finally kicked off in Group C. So do we get something to shout about here for Laura Serrero? She's had a few recent competitions where there hasn't been a mark. This would be a very welcome experience to just get on the board. She'd be 5th for as long as she could be. There's 12 seconds left. She's got it. She's got it. She registers a mark. It took a while, but she's avoided the fate that so many have suffered. Wipeout isn't visiting her this time.
Spotter loaders. We need 81 kilos.
It's the first mark she's registered in a major championship since the 2014 Worlds when she won bronze. She was, if that had gone wrong, it would have been 3 World Championships in a row and her last 2 Paralympic Games in which there was no mark. She's had a great career. She's better than that, and well, thankfully she is better than that. She's 5th. Got 76.
Thank you, the bar is ready, 81 kilos. Great Britain, Charlotte McGuinness, 3rd attempt.
Charlotte McGuinness coming now, going for 81. Well, she's only the 2nd athlete in this entire competition out of the 16 we've seen so far who's got both of her lifts to date, who's got 2 lifts, full stop. Kaya Scholl did it in Group C. She missed out like everyone did in round 1. 3 out of the 16 first attempts were successful, the other 13 weren't. Scoreboard is a sea of red. It's like a Game of Thrones wedding. That's one for the kids. 81 then. Is to go into the silver medal position. No, afraid not. That's her first miss. 2 out of 3 against, and both on the press. So stays on 80.
Spotter loaders, please, 81 kilos and a rack height of 16.
Well, she stays in the medal. She's in 3rd spot. Group A to come. And the pointed bit of the competition still on the way.
Thank you, the bar is loaded.
Next up, the former world champion
81 kilos,
swimmer.
3rd attempt. Italy, Emanuela Romano.
Manuela Romano from Naples.
Romano
50
is a
freestyle.
2-time Paralympian in Rio and in London, but both in the pool, never as a para-powerlifter, only as a swimmer.
She's made the switch across from the wet stuff to the hard stuff, and the bench, the unforgiving bench. A couple of goes at 77, no joy, going up for 81 now. This to go into the silver medal position out of nowhere. Well, Serrero avoided the wipeout, jumped up into 5th, and Romano, if she gets this, would only be bettered by Kerman Bieva. So here we go, 81, Romano, go 2nd.
No lift, Romano.
All 3 against in the press sequence, and unforgiving it is. She has been wiped out.
Spotter loaders, please, 82 kilos. rack height 11.
Well, this has been one of those days. We've lost, I think, 7 of the competitors in this who've had no lift. They've been wiped out. She's the latest. It's been an unforgiving day. 3 more attempts to go in this group, and then Group A beckons. We've had 6 successful attempts so far out of 21. 5 out of 24 previously. So next up for the RPC, it's Larissa Brejeva. Sticky at 82, she had those 2 attempts which didn't work out, and again she's on the way potentially to the silver medal position if she gets. That's the target. Well, it'll all be worth it if you can get this. Serrero the only one in Group B so far to avoid a wipeout. Hernandez and Kratopet in Group C got out of jail, and Bereyeva's done it! Oh! 2 out of 3, she goes into the silver medal position just like that. For the RPC. And suddenly, she's guaranteed a top 11 finish, and if Santos misses, the next attempt will be top 10. And that having been nowhere on the board 30 seconds ago. Thank you.
The bar is loaded, the athlete.
Well, if she got all of her results all the way through, that might have been heading towards 90 maybe, or certainly the high 80s. Maria Oliveira, a couple of goes at 79 and cleared the second of them, going now for 83, and again this will put her into the silver medal position. Kurmanbieva's so far in front for Kazakhstan, having cleared 87 in the opening round, missed 91, will be going for 91 next, but Santos aiming for 83.
Is the reigning gold medalist from the Parapans held in Lima 2019.
A situation similar to Laura Serrero that has been so successful. Pan Am champ, still is. America's champ, still is. Hasn't strayed far from her original target because it's just been that kind of a day for everybody. Maria Oliveira going for 83. This to put her into the silver medal position, currently in 5th, and so 483. Has she got the chess sequence right?
Press sequence mentioned by 2 of
Well, she did. Press sequence, on the other hand, not so much. Well, she did get 79. She remains in 5th spot, so that's one brief shining beacon for her, but she will finish down the field. Not in the medals this time. At worst, it'll be 13th for her. Currently 5th, at best. Who knows what carnage awaits in Group A. '79 was her best. One more to go in Group A. In Group B, and it is our leader and our runaway leader.
The bar is loaded. The athlete representing Kazakhstan, Gulim Kurmanbiev.
So Gulim Kerembayeva of Kazakhstan is on the way, going for 94 here, which is 14 beyond a previous lifetime best. So she has stayed on schedule. 87 got, 91 missed, now 94. And well, it depends what everybody in Group A decides to do. 94 is where we're supposed to start in Group A, but I just think they might ramp it down a little bit. It's what the Group B'ers did once they saw what had happened in Group C. Group A is underway in 35 minutes time, by the way, 5:50 Georgian time. It's 5:15 now in Tbilisi. So 94, and her lead would be 12 kilos, which would be quite significant at this level. Be interesting. Yes, she has got it. 2-1 in her favour. Well, now that gives her a chance. Seeing the day we've had of finishing much better than 9th. At worst, it will be 9th. How close to the podium might she get? She did all she needed to, and she had 2 out of 3. That was good. That was a nice lift. And the interesting thing is she'd originally put herself down for 91, having missed in the previous round, but she gets that, and at 94 her lead is quite significant, and she might eat into the Group A participants quite well. Kerembayeva, our leader, on 94 for Kazakhstan. Parayeva for the OPC, second on 82. Khatun for India, third on 80. McGuinness fourth for Great Britain on 80. Oliveira fifth for Brazil in 79. Laura Serrera is sixth for Mexico in 76. Only 2 in the end wiped out, Romano and Shin in Group B. Quite a few more in Group C, where Hernandez, Kraratpet and Scholl are currently in top 10 places. Only 10 successful lifters out of 16. Normally might be a little bit higher. We've had 13 successful lifts out of 47. Khatun skipped her last one. Kerembayeva setting the standard for Kazakhstan going into Group A, and that will be in around 40 minutes time, but the next set of women's medals to be decided in Tbilisi soon. Highlights of the day so far.
No lift, Serrero. no lift, shin. Both the chest sequence and the press sequence. Good lift, Santos de Oliveira. Sydney 2000, Athens 2004, Beijing 2008. Never as a para-powerlifter, only as a swimmer. She's been at Worlds twice before, her best finish 6th in 20.
body lift over 300. Sheman Rahman, the Islamic Republic of Iran, smashes, obliterates world record. Did you hear that? Already up on the board, 310 kilos. Well, he's been very, very trying to find words to describe Rahman of Iran. Immortality, immortal, yes. He's chosen to take 310. Well, will the referees deny her that gold medal? No, they won't. It's a majority decision. There is your Paralympic champion, world record holder, Paralympic record holder. Say no more.
My name was the Rising Phoenix because the phoenix can live and die and burn and live again.
Extraordinary tension around this stadium.
Take your mark.
On a vécu quelque chose qui nous a pas permis de pouvoir réussir.
This is how I am. Merry Christmas.
If you're thinking every day, why me, you will never go anywhere.
When I saw how sport is accepted, it was logical to start a sports movement.
We want to change the way people saw people with a disability.
There isn't anything else in the world that can bring you back from the darkest places than sport.
I think the moment I sat in that racing chair, I just knew it was for me.
My coach said to me, I see talent in you.
I was never going to do anything other than 100 meters.
When you're hitting someone head on, it's like a small car crash.
Everybody knows you need money to run the games.
They said that the Paralympics is going to be cancelled because there was no money.
If these games don't happen, we're done.
We're going to fight this. Paralympics is something almost magical.
Being a part of something bigger than just yourself was incredible.
Yes, lives are being changed on the track, but lives are also being changed in the stands.
La vie est un combat. On essaie de sauver maintenant le monde.
We are part of a much bigger picture.
You know, I believe that there shouldn't be any limitation. Neither gender, nor the clothing, nothing should prevent the athletes from participation. The sport is the most important platform to promote gender equality.
She Can Lift is a program we're really excited about and happy to be delivering with support of the Agitos grant support program. The gender equity in our sport and the perception of women in our sport is sometimes challenging, so we were looking to address that head on and have the greatest reach and impact.
Shegიძლiათ program for me it's a platform for where we get a whole lot of women involvement to get into the sport, to involve in various roles and athletes, coaches, technical officials.
The idea is to certify more female coaches and technical officials. These women are going to return to their home countries, kind of be the leaders of the sport in their countries, and then also change the attitudes, change the image and the perception of the sport within their home countries. Ideally inspire other women to get involved in the sport, whether it's as coaches and technical officials and athletes taking part in the sport.
The course was very good. In fact, by holding the course Shegიძლiათ, they show how we can increase the number of women participants in powerlifting, and I'll keep my fingers crossed for all powerlifters, especially women, and also women in Iran. They should have the right to participate, neither what is their gender, what is their religion. They should have this chance to present themselves.
Well, just joined us. That was something special. 305 kilos. Never before have we seen anybody lift over 300. Seman Rahman, Islamic Republic of Iran, smashes, obliterates his own world record.
We are excited to collaborate with our longtime partners at the WPPO and to, for the first time, integrate technology and data analytics capabilities into our free weight equipment. With these two products, we are helping change the way para-powerlifting athletes train and compete. We redesigned the WPPO powerlifting competition bar, updating the sleeve construction to house custom-designed velocity sensors from VMAX Pro. The VMAX Pro Eleiko bar sensors fit directly into the sleeve and give athletes and coaches access to a wide variety of data to help optimize performance. With or without the sensors inserted, the bar retains its certified weight calibration. By integrating the new sensors into Eleiko bars, athletes and coaches gain accurate real-time data and velocity-based performance metrics without the distraction of external attachments that could negatively impact routines and performance. Dual sensors give accurate in-depth information about each lift, including bar path, rotation and inclination, as well as power and velocity during the lift. Athletes can review technique through detailed bar path analysis, as well as get information on readiness and appropriate loads to help shape training during a session or for longer-term planning. To use the sensors, first download the VMAX Pro app, connect your sensors, place sensors in the bar. The sensor kit comes in a convenient case and includes 2 VMAX Pro Eleiko bar sensors, charging cables and Eleiko sensor key, along with tools, spare parts and end caps. To install the sensors, use the screwdriver's flat edge to peel off the existing end cap to reveal the end lock. Now, screw the Eleiko sensor key into the end lock as far as you can to extract the current end lock. Remove the end lock and use the screwdriver to release the clip inside the sleeves. Apply the new Eleiko WPPO powerlifting competition end cap to the sensor and insert the sensor into the sleeve. The sensor is magnetic and will stay in place. To remove or charge the sensor, use the flat side of the magnetic Eleiko sensor key to pull the sensor from each sleeve. Connect the sensors to the USB cords and a USB power source. To summarize, our WPPO powerlifting competition bars are now VMAX Pro Eleiko bar sensor compatible. When used together, athletes can get detailed analysis to help optimize their performance.
After its debut as weightlifting in the Tokyo 1964 Paralympic Games, the sport, now known as powerlifting, expanded from just male lifters with a spinal cord injury to include athletes with physical impairments that affect their lower limbs or hips, or athletes with short stature. Female powerlifters made their Paralympic debut in 2000. Powerlifting is the ultimate test of upper body strength, and you'll often see athletes lifting more than 3 times their own body weight. Powerlifters are split into 10 different categories based on body weight for each gender. Powerlifting consists of one discipline, a bench press. Unlike the able-bodied sport where athletes use their feet on the floor to assist the bench press, Paralympic athletes lie totally flat on a completely different style of bench. Each competitor has 2 minutes to complete their attempt. When the lifter has the bar under full control, they must wait until they receive the command, start. Then they have to lower the bar in a controlled manner and definitively stop it on the chest. Next, they press it upwards, lock out both elbows simultaneously and hold the bar under control until the referees command to wrap. At least 2 white lights are required from 3 referees for a good lift. A red light indicates a bad lift. Athletes have 3 attempts, and the winner is the athlete that lifts the heaviest weight. In the 3rd round, 2 weight changes are permitted. The weight change can be higher or lower. No changes are allowed if the lifter has already been called to the platform by the speaker, and or if the bar has already been loaded. To attempt a new record, it must exceed the previous one set by a minimum of 0.5 kilograms. Where a world record is broken during the actual 3 lifts of competition, the 0.5 kilograms does not count towards the competition total, but is rounded down to the full kilogram. The jury may allow a 4th attempt for a world record. This adds suspense to the competition, as a lifter could break the world record but may not win gold. Powerlifting offers a tense and dramatic spectacle where coaches have to be good strategists as their athletes battle to outlift their rivals.
Representing People's Republic of China, Wei Yi. Representing Great Britain, Olivia Broom. Representing Ukraine, Lydia Solovyova.
So, we're in the final straight. Competition was started 3 hours ago. 1 more hour to go. Lots of red on the board. What happens in the next hour? The women's 50k final. So many of the big names in this discipline are in it. And a few new names who could go very, very far. Hello again for Will Downing, and we're just about ready to go. The final knockings in the bowels of the Hualing complex in Tbilisi by the sea lake. Decent resort, growing all the time. Olivia Broom with a junior world record on Saturday, and one of those who has a good prospect of getting major success here in the next hour. A tremendous final in Tokyo. And so many great names in this. Well, Olivia Broom, the World Junior Champion, Southeast Asian and Asian Champion, Dang, World Champion Rehab Ahmed, but Wei Yi and Bose Bejide on this scene for the first time. Good prospects. Ridwan Anand, Eniotis, Martin Pedersen are our referees, and that's our jury. On the way to the final 8 in this great competition.
Welcome to the technical officials for this session. The chief referee from Malaysia.
So here we go. It's been in many ways a unique competition so far. What remains in the next hour? The medals to be decided. Here's your countdown.
Let's do this. 92 kilos on the bar. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The bar is ready, 92 kilos. Our first athlete, representing Spain, Loida Thabala Ojiro.
So now somebody who, in terms of global competitions, we've not had medaling before, but who is just a brilliant competitor. She's been the America's Open champion, the Asian Open champion, a couple of European bronzes, 4th at the 2014 World Championships, 5th of best Paralympic results, London 2012, Rio 2016. Still on the search for her first global senior gold. But I'm not sure there's a more popular figure in the international circuit than Loida Thabala Ojiro.
1 minute.
Going for 92. 99 is a lifetime best, so she's aiming high even here. Now, they'll have observed what's been happening in the two previous groups and where things have been going very badly wrong. She's one of those who's cut down her original target, was looking at 94, looking at 92 now. This to go into the silver medal position behind Kurmanbayeva of Kazakhstan, and she hasn't. It's 2-1 again, so there's the chess sequence on both. Now, how closely have they been watching? They've only had 13 successful lifts out of 41. 47, actually, 47. 13 successful lifts out of all that. So next, Dang Thi Linh Phuong of Vietnam, who is the reigning Southeast Asian and Asian Games champion. That lifetime best 107 set in the World Championships in Mexico City 4 years ago. Bronze in the Paralympic Games in Rio. Silver in Mexico City 4 years ago. So going for 95, which is her original first round target. This for the lead. Kurmanbayeva on top on 94 kilos. Larissa Bruyeva of the RPC second in 82. So it's Dang for 95 to hit the front. She's pitched herself quite low down in Group A, and it's 2 against, and it's the chess sequence again. It's been happening a lot. 13 good lifts out of 49. Just around a quarter.
Spotter loaders, rack height 11, 96 kilos, please.
Anastasia Mamadamirova of the RPC, 109. Her lifetime best at the Worlds in Dubai 7 years ago. She won World Championship bronze there, the European silver medalist 2013 in Alexin, formerly Anastasia Konina, once upon a time.
Mamadamirova.
Vladimir Konin, her father, and Dmitry Krasilnikov are her coaches. 6th in the last World Championships 2 years ago in Nur Sultan with the Trud Club in Lakinsk. Going for 96 here, and that would be into the gold medal position straight away. How soon before we see someone leap up there? 109 is the lifetime best, 98 the best she's ever lifted at this weight division. Mamadamirova for 96. We have a new leader. A whiteout, 3 out of 3, and she hits the front. And that is the quickest that we have seen in any of the groups a successful lift. Mamadamirova. Absolutely nailed it. So how are the rest going to do? At worst, she'll be 6th at the end of this round. At best, who knows? For China, here's a new name, Wei Yi.
Wei Yi
30 years old. Now we make this out to be her first major championship, unless you know different. Hu Dan Dan, the Paralympic champion in Tokyo, is not competing in this. She's done enough this year. But the silver medalists, Rehab Ahmed of Egypt and Olivia Broom of Great Britain, the Paralympic bronze medalists, are here. We've got a lot of the major champions apart from the biggest. Rehab Ahmed is defending her world crown. But Wei Yi is a bit of a wild card here. This will be for 100, it'll be for a lifetime bet, it'll be to go into the gold medal position, and then who knows what. No, 2-1 against, and it's the chess sequence that has given her the thumbs down. You know what, China only tend to send athletes if they're going to medal, or usually gold.
102 kilos, rack height 4.
And she has pitched herself in, ranked around 6th heaviest, 5th heaviest in this opening round. That's not far off the medals. If she'd got it, waiting for the rest to slip over a bit. Olivia Broom, the new junior world record of 107 kg, winning gold, retaining the world junior title here in Tbilisi on Saturday. Paralympic bronze, 7th, her best result in a world championship. So if she can lift here, she's probably going to be top 6. 2 world junior titles in a row, Nur Sultanen here. Silver in Mexico City in 2017 when she was 16, and there wasn't a major British team sent to that. You'd had the earthquake. Don't think they sent a swimming team, and sent a much curtailed powerlifting team. She is a former swimmer, former para-athlete as well. Coached by Tom Whitaker from Chorley. Silver here in the Tbilisi World Cup earlier in the year. 102 to go into the gold medal position.
1 minute.
And there's only 3 heavier attempts coming in this round. She was originally looking at 105, but 102, 5 kilos below her new junior world record. It is very manageable. She's into the gold medal position for Britain. It's a white out, 3 out of 3. And Olivia Broom leads.
Spotter Motors, 102 kilos once again. Rack height 1.
Prospects. Good delivery. Olivia Broom on top. And Lydia Solovyova of Ukraine comes next, lifetime best. All the ones in the last World Championships in Nur-Sultan, where she won bronze. Team bronze as well. The 2016 Paralympic champion. 3 Paralympic golds. Athens in 04. Beijing 08. Rio 2016. The 2006 world champion. The 2015 European champion. She's claimed all the titles in her career. 4th in Tokyo at the Paralympic Games, missing out on bronze behind Olivia Broom by 1 kilo. And on the body weight, Broom is lighter by 190 grams, both going for 102, so if she gets this, she goes 2nd behind Broom. It's a reversal of Rio in terms of body weight. Solovyova was lighter there. They both missed, her and Broom, their final attempts. Broom edging it by 1 kilo in the 2nd round. So what about here? Solovyova.
Majority
Yes,
says
2-on.
good
She
lift.
goes into second place, matches Broom's lift, but she's behind in the head-to-head. If they were level in Tokyo, she would have taken it on the head-to-head. Times change.
115, rack height 14.
Solovyova and Broom setting standards. 3 of the first 6 lifts have been good. 3 of the last 4, we've hit our stride. So next, Bose Bijide of Nigeria, 19 years old. First major championship. She's aiming high. Nobody's aiming higher than her in this opening round. Both she and the defending world champion Riyab Ahmed are both going for a 115. And originally she wanted to go for 120, the 19-year-old. So let's see. This would be a major lead, and if she gets this, it's between her and Riyab Ahmed for the gold. I think there's not much doubt about that. It would be a lead of 13 kilos over Broom and Solovyova, and they might be jostling for the bronze again. And if Bijide gets this, then she's in contention for everything from now on, and you can add Paris to that. Bijide 115.
No lift.
2-1 against press sequence. Oh, she's a new name on her. She was picked as a 16-year-old for the Nigeria team for the European Open Championships in Berkshire 2018. Didn't appear in that.
Spotter loaders, please. 115 kilos, rack height 10.
Just the chest sequence going wrong, and just a matter of better contact. It didn't look as if she'd planted it or bounced it back up. Here is the defending world champion for Egypt, Riyab Ahmed. She's going for 115 and a lifetime best at 120, and securing silver in Tokyo at the end of August. I know you'd all love to have been watching it on your TVs. We all would. Ahmed Paralympic silver twice over, Rio and Tokyo. She's won the last 2 world titles in Mexico City and Nur Sultan.
From 2019 and 2017.
Reigning African champion too, she is. 2018. Tons of World Cup glory. Made success at the Fazar World Cup in Dubai her own for years and years. So this for the lead. And again, if she gets this, it's between her and Bijide for the gold, surely. And if not, then it is wide open. Pushing through strongly. No. 2-1 against, and a split call from the referees why that was. For one angle the chest sequence was wrong, from the other the lift. So one of the 3 thought that the press was wrong. One of the 3 thought the chest sequence was wrong. And no lift. It remains wide open. There's a challenge. Let's see. Oh, it's a good lift. She leads. That's blown it wide open. That board will be updated shortly. Broom now in second place. Solovyova third. Ahmed's going to go top. Mamademirova falling out of the medals that scoreboard is now changed. Well, well, well. And perhaps it will be between Broom and Soloviova for the bronze medal, as Loida Zabala comes in from Oviedo in Spain very early in her career. There was a documentary about her already in a book. And she's going for 92 again here.
Is the subject of a Spanish documentary called Fuerza.
Oh, she gets this, she goes into 6th position. 4th, her best result at a World Championships, and that was in Dubai in 2014 as a 26-year-old. She's 34 now. So can she get up into the top half? Doesn't. Try and avoid the pitfalls that everyone else fallen into so far, and she has. 2 out of 3 in her favour. That's good. There. Well, she's only a few kilos off the medal, so I was going to say 4, but that situation, of course, has changed with the successful appeal for Ahmed, so it's 10 now. It's just knocking around a lifetime best bronze. If she can pull off her best as a result of the World Championship, she'll have done very well. But anyway, she's got off the mark, and that's the main thing for now.
Thank you. The bar is loaded, representing Vietnam. Dang Thi Linh Phong, 95 kilos, 2nd attempt.
So, Dang coming back on. Thi Linh Phong, 95. She missed in the opening round. 95 she's going for again now, which will put her into 5th position, the reigning Asian Games and Southeast Asian champion, the latter from 2017, as the last couple of editions have been put on a very long finger. Well, right now, probably 6 of this final group of 8 who can claim a medal.
Silver medal winner in 2017 Worlds.
Didn't qualify for the Tokyo Paralympic Games, bronze prior to that in Rio. This to put her into 5th, it would put her 2 kilos off the medals, and that is what has happened. 2 out of 3. It was the middle referee who voted it down, but it's a good lift. And Dang has a chance.
Spotter loaders 100 kilos, rack height 5.
Well, she's competitive. It's a decent lift by Dang to get her on the board. Her lifetime best is 107. Something like that tonight would be sensational. We started at 3 p.m. It is now almost 6:15. Coming out again for China, Wei Yi. Is she another Chinese athlete to claim all before her. Is the way clear for Wei? She's going for 100 here. That will put her fourth. It would be a lifetime best. .102 would put her high. And the bodyweight, the head-to-head, actually, an attempt there at 102, if she got it, would put her into bronze, but there's ifs and there's ifs. This is for 100. Got to get that first, go for fourth spot.
Good lift.
And she has. Now she's a medal contender. Three white lights, a white out. Top four place. In her big bow on the global powerlifting stage. No issue at all in the various elements. And Wei Yi could be leaving here with something significant.
RPC, Anastasia.
Well, next up for the RPC, Anastasia
Second attempt, 100
Morova. Aiming for 101. Be the heaviest that she's ever achieved in this weight category. 109 is her best full stop. Well, she's medalled at Europeans and Worlds.
Mazamidova has a bronze medal from Worlds in 2014.
Never qualified for Paralympic Games by the looks of it. So what's she done here? 101, she's done it. She glides up the table into fourth place. She's a kilo off the medals, a kilo off Solovyova in bronze. 101, she goes into fourth place. She could just do it.
The bar is loaded.
Impressive technique.
Great Britain, second attempt.
Olivia Broom is next up and the pressure's on, but she's in the silver medal position. She'll stay there if she gets this mark of 104. She's only 3 off her own junior world record set 48 hours ago in Tbilisi. She's having to defend her position because Solovyova's looking for 105 and Bosa Bajide looking for 115. Even if she gets this, she could be knocked down to fourth at the end of this round. But this to keep her in a little bit more secure position in second place for Britain. For 104, having cleared 102 in the opening round. She would stay in the silver medal position. Now that will be the best for her, but a World Championship silver and a Paralympic bronze in the same year and a World Junior gold would be a really fruitful time. 104, has she done that? She got the technique right, she has. She has, 3 out of 3. Well, it improves her lot. She's fighting for her medal. She has a junior gold, those 2 junior world records on Saturday, and at the moment in silver medal position in the senior final. And whether she keeps that silver, whether she gets a medal at all, in some ways is out of her hands. It might be a straight fight between her and Solovyova yet again for bronze.
Bar, 105 kilos, Ukraine, Lydia Solovyova, second attempt.
Solovyova for Ukraine, going for 105. The former European champion, the former world champion, the 3 times Paralympic champion. And she was Paralympic champion up until 3 months ago. It's always good to be the current anything. The emergence of Broom, actually of Hu Dandan and Rihab Ahmed in the last 5-year cycle has sort of made the division a bit more complicated for her, all those great successes and
1 minute.
Getting into the top 3 would continue to be a great success for her. 105 just to go into the silver medal position. Pushing it.
Good
Getting
hit.
it.
Solovyova.
2-1 in her favour. Solovyova. Her lifetime best 111, and she might have to visit that or close to it to hold on to silver. And again, as the case with Broom, the greatest success may not be in her hands. Still a couple of hefty attempts to come. Nice lift. And the fact is that one of the 2 best contenders and a potential gold medalist here hasn't lifted yet successfully. Here she is.
Nigeria.
Bosa
Second
Bechide.
attempt, 115 kilos. Bosa Bechide.
Any tie with Rihab Ahmed and she gets the nod on the head through body weight. She's 2 kilos lighter. This to put her into the lead, into the gold medal position. And frankly, I'm not sure she could have been any closer with her previous attempt. That was missed. That was at 115 in the opening round. Going for 115 now, which Ahmed lifted in round 1. Bechide trying the same for Nigeria in round 2. This could be very significant. Everybody has their big arrival. Is this Bechide's?
No lift.
3 red lights against all press sequence. That's something else to work on. Keeps Solovyova in the silver medal position and Broom in bronze. And they're going to go for the same weights where they finished 2nd and 3rd
Butter loaders, 120 kilos.
in Tokyo.
10, please.
It was the press that the 3 referees said no to.
The bar is
One
loaded.
more lift to come in this second round, and is Rihab Ahmed going for 120, and that would match her lifetime best. Now she's going big. She has to. That's the mark that one of the silver medal in Tokyo. She was leading by 8 kilos going into the final round, went for 121, missed that in round 3. Hu Dandan lifted 120, took the head-to-head on body weight. 600 grams lighter she was, both lifted 120. Hu Dandan, the Paralympic champion, Rihab Ahmed, the world champion, not able to pick off the Paralympic champ title. she could be world champion for a third time, and this would help a lot. At the moment, Bajide is aiming for 115 in round 3. If Rehab Ahmed gets this at 120, Bajide may have to change that opinion. We're in a glorious position. We're in the final round right now. 7 of the 8 are aiming for a medal. And again, it's not very often you see that. They're all well in the hunt for glory. Ahmed's lifted 120 for that silver, and it was almost good enough for gold in Tokyo. And it's 2-1 against, including bar control. Chess sequence from the two who thumbed it down, but also from the left referee bar control. So, it's still open for Bajide. She can still take the gold. Ahmed leads in the race for gold. Third round will follow. Rehab Ahmed in the gold medal position on 115 for Egypt. Solovyova in second for Ukraine, 105. Broom in the bronze medal position for Britain, 104. Mamadamarova still trying to go as high as 106.
95 kilos, third attempt, representing Spain.
There is a 7-way battle, even for silver. A 2-way battle for the gold. Bajide is going to try for it in the last round. Ahmed, who was denied it in the last round in Tokyo, trying to avoid that same fate. Later, Zabala, Zero, 95 to climb 1 place from 8th to 7th. In 2008, her big bow at the Paralympic Games. 7th there, 5th in the next 2 in London in 2012, Rio 2016.
1 minute.
Much medalled in her career. If she gets this, 7th will be as good as it would be. She would overtake Dang on the head-to-head, match her on 95 kilos. Dang would then fall down to 7th position, but Dang has still got a shot at the silver medal. Zero for 95 to climb above Kumanbieva, whose race is run, and Dang of Vietnam for 95. It's close to her lifetime best, and she's got it! Oh, very good. 2 out of the 3, and she goes 7th. Considering the way that most lifters competitions started. It's picked up now. 6 of the 8 lifts in round 2 here were good. Only the 2 heaviest weren't. Ayero, determination, wanted to get up. It's a victory of sorts. She's up into 6th place. Sure that the scoreboard is actually right that we're referencing. Dang, I have it as being ahead on the head-to-head and body weight. They both lifted 95 kilos, and Dang is 80 grams lighter in body weight, which is nothing. But it's enough of nothing. Mamadamarova in 4th position. Each of the next 5 lifts, aiming for the silver. The next 2 after that, the battle for the gold at these World Championships in Tbilisi. Anastasia Mamademarova, 106 as a target. So again, she's done before, but she's not going to do it today. The spotter's having to help. No lift. 101 she ends up on, and that means 4th place. Is that where it will finish for her?
Spotter loaders, 106 kilos, rack height 5.
It wasn't going to go any higher, and neither was she in the table.
Bar is loaded for Wei Yi, People's Republic of China, 3rd attempt.
Another attempt at 106 for Wei Yi, and this again aiming for the silver medal to go above Solovyova's 105 and Olivia Broom's 104. 106 for Wei Yi. Well, it's the night for her to make a name for herself, and if she lifts this, then she goes into the silver medal position. If not, she stays 5th. China are very used to succeeding on this platform. She got it raised.
No lift.
2-1 against, and bar control, one of those that went against her. She is not going to medal in a major championship debut. China will not medal in this. Usually they do. They have the Paralympic champion in Hu Dandan, who's not here. That could have been very useful. Just couldn't pull it off. Which is great news for Solovyova and Broom. The worst case scenario is they would both end up out of the medals. Broom goes now, 5th last lifter. Zabala with the only successful attempt in this final round so far. That was for 95. Broom has cleared 102 and 104, and the World Junior Champion, still World Junior Champion, could go into the silver medal position. Bronze at the Worlds at the moment, after winning bronze at the Paralympic Games in Tokyo.
Broom is the Paralympic bronze medalist from Tokyo 2020.
Big moment for Broom. She's had these before. She lifted 107 in Tokyo, missed 109. That was okay, she got the bronze. What about 107 here? Up it goes. And that is good! Oh, that is good, and she's up into the silver medal position. That's so close to a tally of 108, the new junior world record on Saturday. And Olivia Broom goes into the silver medal position as the Paralympic bronze medalist. Very nice lift. Broom is on the brink. She can still be knocked down, but right now she's in a glorious position. Still 3 more attempting to get into the silver medal position now. The first of them is Dang Thi Linh Phuong of Vietnam. 13 kilos. She's adding on to a successful 95 from the previous round. This for 108. 107, her lifetime best. This to beat it by a kilo. This to jump from 6 to silver. Broome would be knocked to third, Solovyova to fourth. Big moment for Dang. Silver in her last World Championships in Mexico City in 2017. 4 Southeast Asian Para Games gold medals. And here, could she get tempted by silver? Has she gone up into second place from 6th? She hasn't, all three against. And it's mainly the press that went against her too. On the press, a no lift. She'll stay where she is, down in 6th place, but she had to have ambition. She's missed out on the silver medals. Wei Yi, Anastasia Mamadamarova have all missed out on at the very least bronze. And they were all aiming for silver as well, they didn't get that too.
The bar is loaded. Ukraine, third attempt, 108 kilos.
Solovyova knocked from 2nd to 3rd. She's behind Olivia Broome, and this place, Broome once more. And if Vijide gets her lift of 118, then whoever's lower between Broome and Solovyova will drop out of the medals. Broome has had a say. Solovyova going for 108 here, which is what she went for in Tokyo. She didn't get it in the last round, and she finished a kilo behind Broome. 107 to 106, and if she gets this, she goes above Broome. Currently behind her, 107 to 105. 2nd and 3rd. Bronze, I'm sure she'd be satisfied with. But if she gets this, then it's definitely bronze at least, and a Vijide miss, and then suddenly it is silver.
1 minute.
This to jump from 3rd to 2nd. Big moment. Solovyova. How near the top was she? I'm not sure. She hasn't got it. All against her. Solovyova's hanging on in 3rd. Broome is in the silver medal position. Broome is guaranteed a medal. A bronze for Broome in the Paralympic Games in Tokyo. Right now a silver, and at worst a bronze in Tbilisi in the World Championship. Solovyova's in 3rd. And she is the one who's in the precarious position and can be knocked out. Didn't get her raised at all. Spotters had to call in. Her best is 106. Broome 107 has a medal. But now what? So much relies on this woman. Right now, on the results sheet, she is nowhere. She gets this, she suddenly goes into the lead. 2 misses for Boza Vijide in her major championship debut. And what a debut she's planning. Could she? Could she possibly? Ahmed leads, the 2-in-a-row world champion on 115. Vijide going for 118. This for the gold. She's got it raised. She's got all of her attempts raised. The previous two weren't clean enough. What about this? She's missed it. All three against, and Rehab Ahmed is the 3 in a row world champion. It's no lift. It's the press sequence that's gone against Bajide. She's been ambitious. You can't fault her for that at all. She wanted at first to go as high as 118 and didn't get that. 115, 115, 118. It's a wipeout for her, but she showed the ambition. She wanted the gold. She could have gone for 100 and then tried to battle her way up to silver.
A technical challenge.
Technical challenge. Let's hear. No, they haven't got it. Bajide wiped out, no mark. So that means Rehab Ahmed, 3 world titles in a row and a Paralympic silver. Going for 120 here to match a lifetime best, which she missed in the second round. She's held off the new names. Wei Yi has finished 5th, Bajide not on the final table. She'll be shown without a placing. Gaman Vieva finishes in 8th place, Berieva 9th, Katun 10th. Broom has the silver for Britain, Solovyova the bronze for Ukraine, and Rehab Ahmed is the world champion again for Egypt, and this is her lap of honour to match her lifetime best. Well, we lost some 3 great champions to Rio in the past 18 months. Siaman Rahman and Didi Nwosu, Paul Kahinde, and Zure Marcano and Ini Espanyol. Great campaigners in this sport. Rehab Ahmed looking to tie her lifetime best. She is still the world champion. A 6-year reign at the top. And this to tie up a brilliant victory that's already been assured.
No lift.
No joy. All 3 against for differing reasons. Bar control, the press, the chest, it doesn't matter for her. She is still world champion. She's done it for a 3rd time for Egypt. 115, her winning mark, and boy was she pressured for it. She needed 120 for the Paralympic Games silver medal, 115 to retain her world title from both Mexico City and Nur Sultan. Not happy, but she will be when she gets that medal. It's gold. Rehab Ahmed takes the title again for Egypt. 115 she cleared, 2 misses at 120. Olivia Broom, the Paralympic bronze medalist, the World Junior champion, now has a World Championship silver and the only athlete to clear all the marks in Group A. Solovyova, the bronze for Ukraine, a step up from the 4th place in Tokyo. Mamadamarova 4. Wei Yi in 5th. Deng 6th. Loida Zabala Hierro 7th for Spain. No thoughts of records. It's all about the merchandise. Victory ceremony is on the way. Ahmed the gold, Broom the silver, Solovyova the bronze. That's how they'll be distributed in the next couple of minutes. And when you think as low down as 6th, and Bajide, who missed out on the medals with no mark, 7 of the 8 in Group A in the final round were aiming at winning a medal. And Bajide went for the gold and didn't get it. That was top-notch stuff in the women's 50k final, and victory ceremony is on the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the victory ceremony for the 2021 World Senior Parapowerlifting Championship and the women's up to 50 kilo category.
So the women's 50k victory ceremony, and again a competition that had so many in with a shot of a medal, so many in contention for a silver going to the final round is quite brilliant. Solovyova's already enjoying being back in the podium, back onto the big stage. Olivia Broom as well, most significant senior medal to date.
The bronze medalist representing Ukraine, Lydia Solovyova.
Lydia Solovyova finished 1 kilo behind Olivia Broom at the Paralympic Games. That meant fourth this time. It means the bronze medal. She continues winning major championships. Olivia Broom, the World Junior Champion, the Paralympic bronze medalist, and now World Championship silver. 107, so close to her own junior world record that she's broken twice this weekend in Tbilisi. Silver at senior.
Vahab Ahmed.
Right now, the World Championships, there's no beating Rehab Ahmed. That's a third world title in a row. Mexico City 2017, Nursultan 2019, Tbilisi 2021. She's the champ again, just edged out in the head-to-head for gold in Tokyo. No edging her out here. She is the world champion for Egypt.
Congratulations to the medalists.
Well, she remains a great competitor, Rehab Ahmed. She's only 30. First world title 4 years ago. She has a 6-year stretch. New names are coming. Haven't been able to overturn her in terms of the World Championships. Olivia Broom with a silver for Great Britain. Lydia Solovyova the bronze for Ukraine. And again, just 1 kilogram between them. It was a great event that. It was jeopardy all the way. Pure entertainment.
Action continues again
Tomorrow, the men's 59 kg final. That's underway at 10 a.m. Georgia time, 6 a.m. GMT, at 7 CET. Now, women's 55 and women's 61 tomorrow. That's underway at